Hi, welcome back to the Career Success Academy. Or if this is your first time, welcome. My name is Steve, and I'm part of a team of people who are dedicated to helping you advance your career and find your next job. We do that by discussing the topics, everything that's involved with finding that new job, involving the resume, the interview, networking, getting involved in presenting your best image to those people who are interested in finding people just like you. This is our series on confidence. And in our first video, we talked a little bit about having that confidence when you're working for a place that you really don't like, where you feel that they don't like you. In this particular video, we're still going to talk about confidence, but we're going to switch a little. In this particular economy, where there are more people looking for jobs now than there are jobs available, we're going to talk about finding a position with a company where they might be laying off people. At the same time, they're interested in hiring you. So in the first video, we talked about resigning. We talked about leaving an opportunity. And in this video, we're going to talk about going to work for a company. Maybe it's one of those big companies where literally they're laying off people out that door and they want you to come in this door because they're interested in hiring you. Let's talk about this. What kind of feeling would you have? And again, we're talking about confidence and positive mental attitude. A little bit of anxiety maybe, a little bit of concern maybe, because they're interested in talking to you while they're still laying off people, maybe at different facilities, maybe in different departments. How should you be reacting to all this and carry a confidence level that's going to allow you to demonstrate your value to their firm? Let's discuss this. So you sent in a resume. They took a look at it. You went through one or two screening interviews, and then the news is full of how this company is laying people off. What do you do? And the answer to that question is you pursue that job opportunity and understand that as part of that interviewing process, it's totally fair ground for you to be asking about that very situation. So let's discuss this. The first thing that you have to do is share a belief with this company that wants to interview you in the middle of all this turmoil. Share that belief that you are worth, your value is worth this entire experience for the hiring company. Share that belief and be prepared more than ever to talk about the results that you've been able to deliver throughout your career. What are you good at? What can you bring to the table? Because this is going to reinforce their belief in you. Second of all, understand that those layoffs that are going on, that's an open subject for you to be discussing. Because recognize the fact that you might have certain skills that they need. Maybe they have certain things ongoing. I'll call them projects. And these projects are ongoing and you fill a spot. Maybe the project is a 5-year project or a 10-year project. You might have complete security in your job with this company, but you won't know that until you bring it up in the interview. It's another one of those questions that you should be asking. And I put it this way. I put it in terms of getting some clarity from the hiring organization on where you fit into their long-range plans. It's no more complicated than that. You ask the question, they should give you an answer. And you should be able to understand what kind of team you're going to be working on in this new organization. In other words, are they going to be shorthanded, or are they going to have a solid team, and maybe you're the new person on that team, so that you can allay your fears about going to work for this particular company? Because a company could have thousands of people working for it. They could have a small amount being laid off. They might be selling off a division. They could be 100 different things going on. And you really care about your job security. So things that you want to ask about in order to maintain that confidence, in order to have that positive mental attitude, is again to talk about how you can help them, your value, as opposed to the risk that you might represent by them hiring you. Risk, what does that mean? That means you may have more experience than they're looking for, you might have less experience than they're looking for, you might have all the skills they need, you might only have some of the skills that they need. It's up to you to identify, through asking questions, exactly what your role will be for this company, short and long term. Okay. So now, one of the things that you have to do to increase your value if you do get hired by this company is to talk now about how you'll blend in with the team and pick up on those skills that you don't have. Because in a situation where they're laying off some people in other departments, or even in the department where you're going to, networking once you're in there, becoming part of the chemistry of the team, reading in quickly, is going to be very, very important. So you want to talk about being able to do that. That's part of your positive mental attitude, the value, again, that you're bringing with. So what are some of the things we're going to talk about? What we're really talking about here is who you are as a person and how you can adapt to this new scenario where they're laying off people, but they still want to hire you. One of the things to do is to try to get comfortable with the idea of being an extroverted person. Now, I don't mean you're going to go there and be the life of the party and the big social animal, but remember, you coming into this situation to an existing team, they're there, they're all anxious about their jobs. And you, since you asked the questions, have a better idea of what the next couple of years hold than they do. So one of the ways to blend in with people is to share a positive mindset with the people that you're going to be blending in with, the chemistry for those people. So the signs of an extrovert, and that term is bandied about, is that, and you may be an extrovert without knowing it, okay? And I mean that because if you appreciate good company, people that know what they're doing, there's good chemistry amongst the people. If you believe in that you can fit into that environment, you could be an extrovert. If you enjoy people, again, you might be an extrovert. If being around interesting people gives you energy, you could be an extrovert. And so if you can apply some of those feelings, if you will, into that new position that you're going into, that will boost your confidence, continue to give you that positive mindset, which is going to secure even a stronger position for you within the organization. So let's recap. Stepping into a role when they're laying off people can be a very unnerving situation. But it happens all the time. Because there are certain needs that a company has in their core requirements. They need core resources that don't affect the need for the people, meaning they have to get certain things done. You need to have people in the accounting department or accounting's not going to get done. You need to have people in the technology department or things aren't going to get done. The support people, if you will. So if you are moving into a position where there is a long-term need for you at that company, your risk is minimal. Their risk, if they see the value in you, is minimal, which increases your chances of getting that job offer. So, are you crazy for going to that company who's laying off people because they're interested in hiring you? No, you're not crazy. A little bit anxious, that's human nature. But ask the questions, get the answers, and feel comfortable when they offer you that job. I hope you found some good information in this video. Please take the time to like the video. Share the video if you know someone who's in a situation where they might be hired by a company that's actively laying off people. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the little bell so you know when our next video comes out. And as always, I thank you for being here. The Career Success Academy is here for you. Thank you, and bye-bye.